So when it comes to chewing, that's something dogs like to do. They are, when they're pups, building their strength of their teeth and their gums and things. It's a natural thing for them to do. So it's important, firstly, that we give them plenty of things of their own to chew on. This way, they can't complain if they get into the wrong thing and we have to discipline them. There's all the options for the toys we've given them. Some of the things that we can give them are a variety of little rubber toys like these for your smaller dogs, even up to your larger, large bones. They were larger when they started, but they chewed them away. So dogs can really work at stuff with their teeth. And there are also these little sort of rawhide type of toys, chew things that they can eat. Now, I've never been a fan of giving too many of these because they do swallow them and they've got to go through their digestive system. So maybe keep these to a limited amount. You want to have that, don't you? I'll give you that. One of the things we want to avoid is giving dogs things to chew on that we don't want them to eat in the long run. I don't want to give the dog an old slipper because it's leather and all. They'll enjoy that. The mentality being that if we give them a slipper of their own, they'll leave the rest of mine alone. All we're doing is giving them a taste for shoes that have our scent on them. So better not to choose this as a toy. Keep these completely separate from the dog. It's good to understand also that if a dog does chew something, even if it's 2 or 3 hours later that you find it, you can go back and correct them at that point. They haven't forgotten they did it because their scent is attached to that. Dogs have an incredible memory, and if we understand that, we know we can go back, make our correction. You'll see how the dog becomes wary when you start to show them what it was that they were chewing. So if they're chewing the couch, you come home, you find it, go in and make your corrections. If you've got a dog who's chewing on things, and here we've got a shot of a dog chewing on a slipper that he's stolen out of the closet, you will always take your dog back to the object that they've chewed. It doesn't matter how long after the situation that they've chewed on it. And you will take them up to it. You will take them by the back of the neck, have your training line and your training collar on the dog, show them what they've chewed. Start to correct them with a couple of snaps on the line. Say, did you chew that? No. Leave it alone. Did you do that? No. And you make a long, drawn-out drama out of it, maybe 10, 15, 20 seconds. Hold the dog up to it afterwards. Show them and let them really absorb what is happening, that you are not pleased with this. Then you remove the dog from the situation, put the object back where it was, so that they, in a sense, have an opportunity to make the mistake again, especially if it's already chewed up and ruined. Put it back where it was, and as bait, in a sense, to the dog to teach them that going back to it, even after the correction, is definitely a no-no. And when you correct them consistently, as well as the other work that you're doing, you're laying the foundation of respect in other areas, this all helps to have the dog respect your corrections for chewing and other things such as digging and so forth. Chewing can be very frustrating because dogs will ruin some very good items, but it's also about keeping them supervised so that they're not given freedom of the house. I never give my dog freedom in the house until they have earned it, so I know that they can be trusted. So don't get caught up in the idea that just because it happened at some other time that you didn't see, you can't correct them. You can always correct them after the fact. One of the other tools that you can use, again, is your nylon muzzle. After the dog has been disciplined, then you would put the muzzle on the dog and let them wear this for half an hour, and then eventually take the muzzle off, so that the humbling effect of the muzzle is in conjunction with your physical correction.